Welcome back to V2U Research. It's Friday, May 1st, 2026, and we're diving deep into a fascinating day of trading on the Australian Securities Exchange. The S&P ASX 200 index finished the week on a high note, closing at 8729.80, gaining 64 points or 0.74%. While today's gain is encouraging, the index has lost 0.65% over the last 5 days, leaving it virtually unchanged for the year so far. This local strength followed a stellar lead from Wall Street, where the S&P 500 and NASDAQ reached record highs on the back of robust Q1 earnings reports. Investor sentiment was further bolstered by easing Middle East tensions and strengthening U.S. stock futures, providing a tailwind for global risk assets. From a technical perspective, it's critical to note that the index continues to hold firmly above the key support zone near 8,283.2. On the upside, keep a close eye on the near-term resistance around 9,200.9. This is the key level bullish participants need to breach for a breakout. The RSI currently sits around 46.01, suggesting that while we've seen a bounce, overall momentum remains neutral to slightly bearish. Turning to the broader economy, sentiment remained weak as cost pressures intensified. March consumer inflation accelerated sharply to 4.6%. Up from 3.7% in the previous month. This jump reinforces market expectations for further cash rate hikes at next week's central bank meeting, adding another layer of complexity for investors navigating this high-interest rate environment. Despite the macroeconomic headwinds and geopolitical tensions, sector performance during today's session was surprisingly bullish. An impressive 10 out of 11 sectors ended the day in positive territory, showing broad-based resilience across the market. The materials sector led the charge, rebounding strongly from its recent decline with a gain of 2.09%. While it's still down 1.25% over the past 5 days, today's recovery suggests buyers are returning to the big miners at these levels. Following closely behind were industrials, which climbed 1.27%, and consumer staples, which added 1.13% as investors looked for defensive growth in a volatile week. A-REITs also joined the winner's circle, up 1.05%. On the flip side, financials was the outlier, the only sector to finish in the red, correcting 0.25% as the prospect of higher rates weighed on bank valuations. In the individual stock spotlight, we saw some massive moves. Liontown Limited and Iperinox Limited were the day's heavy hitters, surging 12.3% and 9.8% respectively, catching the attention of speculative traders and institutions alike. Conversely, it was a tough session for ResMed and ANZ Group holdings. They recorded the largest declines, falling 3.5% and 2.8% respectively, as sector-specific selling pressure hit these heavyweight names. Looking ahead, the market is bracing for the latest CFTC speculative net position data. This report will give us a breakdown of how non-commercial or speculative traders are positioned in the US futures markets, offering a key indicator for the Australian dollar's direction. If you found this market wrap helpful, please like the video, subscribe to V2U Research, and turn on notifications for regular updates. What's on your stock watch list this week? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next analysis.
The information contained in this publication is general in nature and has been prepared without taking into account your objectives, financial situation, or needs. It is provided by Titan Securities, holder of Australian Financial Services, license number 307040. It is not intended to constitute personal financial advice. Investing and trading involve risk, and past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance. You should consider your own objectives, financial situation, and needs before acting on any information contained herein. You should also read our financial services guide and, where relevant, the product disclosure statement and target market determination issued by the product provider. These documents are available upon request. Titan Securities accepts no liability for any loss or damage arising from reliance on this information.